Today we're going to talk about hair clipping in Adobe Photoshop. I'm going to show you one technique that I find very useful when clipping hair. Some have easy to clip hair, some are more difficult, as in the case with this photo here. You may have like a woman with straight hair, a man with a buzz cut, and you can do a little magic wanding, a little tracing, a little airbrushing, no big deal, but you get hair like this beautiful hair that's got the little wispies all around it, and you don't want to lose that detail, but you can't magic wand it, you can't trace it, you can't airbrush it. So what do? We have these tools like the background eraser tool. I'll pull my layers over here so you can see what I'm doing. But sometimes it's helpful. But most of the time it comes off looking to me like a watercolor painting. It's kind of a cool effect, but it doesn't truly clip out the person to where it's believable. So I've come up with a different way. I went ahead and clipped out everything I could. I did this with the drawing tool, and just drew around her and clipped her out that way, and saved the hair for last so that I could show you. So turn that layer off and turn our image back on. This photo, by the way, is by Deanna Creates from Pexels. And let's begin. So I'm going to trace around the difficult area of the hair with the lasso tool. Got that. And then I'm going to do a layer via copy, which is Command J. And you see the new layer there. We'll name that layer hair. Okay. I'll turn the image off so you can see what's going on. And in this photo we have light hair on a dark background. Not that her hair is light in general, but the way the light's hitting it, it's lighter than the background. And that's good. That's what's gonna make this work for us. In some photos you may have, depending on the light, it may be dark hair against a light background. And this technique will work either way. So since we're doing light hair on dark background, I'm going to create a new layer underneath the hair layer. I'm going to do a Shift F5, which is fill, and I'm going to fill that layer with black. Then I'm going to select it, hold down Shift, select the hair layer, and I'm going to merge those layers together with Command E. So now those layers are one. Now I go to Image, Adjustments, go on down to Desaturate, and then I hit Command L for levels. And watch as I drag these ends together. You'll notice I'm isolating the little wisps of hair by contrasting the light and dark. There we go. Okay. I'm building our mask here. I'm going to zoom in, and you can play around, different ways at this point. I'm going to use the airbrush. Make it pretty big, add some hardness to it, and opacity all the way, and just start filling in white. I don't want to go too far to the edge because I want to keep some of that positive and negative space. Right around here it's going to get tricky, and this is where it becomes more of an art than a science. I'm kind of losing my place, so I'm going to turn our image back on and lower the opacity of this layer so I can just kind of get my bearings. Turn the hardness down on that brush and airbrush some soft hair right there. Okay, I'm going to go on down here because I noticed there was a little bit of a problematic part down here too. I'll let that kind of fade out. Losing a little bit of the wispiness, but I don't think it's going to make it or break it. The goal here is to fool the eye, that's all. Alright, so go back to full opacity here. Oops. And we've built our image that we'll use as our mask. So we'll do a select all, which is Command A, Command C for copy, and we can Command D for deselect, and we can delete this layer now. Back to our image layer, we're going to go into mask mode, and I'm going to do a Command V for paste, Command D for deselect, exit mask, and you'll see I have the hair selected. At this point, I'm going to do a layer via copy, which is Command J. When I turn the image off, you'll see we have the hair clipped out. And now I'll turn on my clipped layer, and looks good. So hold down Shift and select those two layers. Command E for merge layers. Looks good on white, but the true test is, will it look good on black? So go to the background layer, do a Shift F5, fill it with black, and not too shabby. We managed to keep most of the little wispies around the edges, keep that beautiful hair. So that's it. Like I said, each photo is going to be different. You're going to be using a different combination of tools, but this masking technique has helped me in a lot of situations, and I hope it helps you too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.